Welcome back to week number 9, year number 13 for the Cascade Valley Coyotes. Now this week again, it should be a pretty much overmatched opponent. Last week we played Wisconsin. They were like a B overall. This week the team is even worse in Mississippi State. They are 2-5 in the year, 0-4 in the conference, and they're about to be one more loss deep in the standings. Now Mississippi State's best player is a redshirt senior, 84 overall. I feel bad for laughing, but come on now. Their best quarterback is a 75 overall. He's actually injured. So it's going to be up to Ross Molinari, a sophomore, 70 overall with 56 speed. I like our chances. Their best running back is 87 speed. I'm looking at their roster and trying not to laugh. 78. They have a top receiver with 76 speed. It's been really tough in Mississippi State. Whoever their head coach is, fire him. From a Heisman standpoint, our boy Tyrell Brown, still that guy, pal. Number 1 on the board. Nothing really moved in the top 2 guys, but Sharping from Michigan did move up a little bit there. But for the most part, we've got the number 1 spot in a good area. Despite not having the best output, he's still got multiple touchdowns, and the committee still thinks he's the best guy. And from a stats standpoint, Taylor Reed, still the number 1 passer in the nation. Tyrell Brown, top 7 in the nation. We kind of want to move that up a little bit. Carnell Killins, 4th overall in receiving. Tackle leaders, we're kind of dominating there. Sack leaders, pause if needed. We got Jesse Rivers and Odiari both tied at 11 right now. And interception leaders, Desmond Simmons tied for number 1 in the nation as well. Don't forget about kickers, because they are people too. 66, because we haven't really kicked many long field goals. But you know what? It's still fine. Now, from a recruiting standpoint, we're honestly in a good spot. There is one bad thing you can probably see, but we'll talk about that in a second. Jameer Nave, still number 1 for him. Washington did buy back in, so they're kind of creeping up a little bit. MJ Williams, we fell back because Notre Dame had their visit this week. No visits until week 11. Alabama shouldn't be able to jump us. I don't believe that Florida will be able to jump us as well. We've got plus 110 on Notre Dame too, so we should be able to get back on the number 1 spot for MJ before the end of the season. Schweiderman will probably lose out to, South Carolina, but not the end of the world. He's more of a depth guy. We feel good about where Greg Polk is. Janorian Henry, we didn't really have a chance at. We have to remove him because we aren't within 2,000 to be able to buy back in. So unfortunately, Henry, it was a long shot in the first place, but we've got to move on. Dunston, climbing the board a little bit for him. From a visit standpoint, we can actually schedule one. We're going to have him come to visit us during our week. Let's do week 11 by... Yeah, we'll have him visit before he goes to Louisiana Tech, which should get us, I think, in a pretty good spot. We could have did after, but, I mean, either way, it's pretty much the same thing. Duarte, we're good. MOBA, I don't understand how we are plus 700, plus 345, which is the best bonus of anybody, and we fell down 800 points. Maybe it's just a weird thing, but we'll watch to see what happens after this week. But I feel like we still have a chance at him, but we'll see what happens. Playing at Mississippi State right now, things are about to get spicy because they are desperate for a win, and we are just trying to not make mistakes like that one. So far, Mississippi State looking like they're the number 1 team in the nation with how they're playing. A nice little dump off pass here. Joe McBride, and McBride's going to get himself down after an 18-yarder. Mississippi State obviously playing for the run here. Tyrell Brown makes a nice run up the middle, gets way more yards than we even needed. Reed under center. Looking for something. We took way too long on that. We had a couple of guys we could have hit. Reed again, quick to make adjustments here. Just the indecisions are definitely driving us wild, but Carnell Killins says, I don't care with the one hand. Huge play after huge play here. Our guys are definitely stepping up early in this ball game. A big pass here that's batted away by Camp. 2nd and 10. Huge pass here. Carnell Killins making them pay again, picking up where he left off last week. Pretty getting quick to make these adjustments here. We'll dump off pass to J Bone. Don't need a lot, just a little bit to get that man going. 2nd and 8. Brown pushes through, fights up through the middle, a 10-yard run. Both of his runs today have been for 11 and 10 yards. We're here for that. Got it again. Our guys fighting to get off their breaks right now. Taylor Reed's got to try to get rid of one, and he does. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Underneath to Jeremiah Butler, and we'll take that. 5-6 yards. 3rd and 4. Brown open here, tries to fight through, but he's down at the 1, maybe the 2. 1st and goal, Reed. Looking for something across the middle with St. Bohm in the back of the end zone for the first touchdown of the game. All right, Cascade Valley back on offense. Defense looked pretty good there. We're going right here, getting the ball in the hands of Tyrell Brown. Letting the young fella go to work. Ankles, you better check them because Tyrell Brown is about to go to the house. We saw it in the previous week with a 77-yarder. This week, 80 yards. 3rd down, 6 yards to go. We know they're obviously in a passing situation. They go with a halfback screen. We got guys over there in case he breaks it. And that looked like a forced fumble to me. You see him coming your way, you better watch out. Dino Gamblin had 2 forced fumbles last week. He just got another one this week, and I mean, there's plenty of time left for him to get another one at this point. Mississippi State, however, is going to line up for a field goal. This one is up. That one is clinging on to some hope. It's going to be good, and the lead is cut to 11. Back on offense, Tyrell Brown, again, doing Tyrell Brown things. The more and more we see of him, the more comfortable he gets. 2nd and 6, going to move a guy over in motion here. Nobody on Butler. He's going to get an easy first down and make some pay, and he gets another couple of yards. Tyrell Brown in the Wildcat at QB this time. Jeremiah Butler's going to slide over. Brown desperately trying to outrun these defenders, and he's just not able to. If he could ever turn that corner, he might be gone. 2nd and 14. Little pass here. Roderick Johnson getting involved in the pass game. You don't see that very often. Taylor Reed having a much better outing this week, as he should. This is a terrible defense that we should be absolutely carving up. 2 touchdowns, no turnovers for him. You love to see it. Tyrell Brown, the nasty juke move. Are you kidding me? Where Derrick Johnson comes in again. Brown's been getting a lot of touches so far on this drive. Johnson pretty good at moving the pile. He's going to go ahead and get 4 yards. 2nd down, 6 yards to go. Little play action here. Reed uncorks one. It's going to be close. Killins goes up and he mossed him. What a play, though. Look at Dino Gamblin get out there. That was Odiari, excuse me, on the deflection. Play the moving guy in motion. They go with an underneath play. We get Taylor out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd and 8. A lot of pressure coming. Molinari gets hit. He doesn't care, though. Simmons gets run over, but just wrap up and brings down the tackle. We haven't seen much action for him because most teams avoid throwing his way. Trying to get some pressure here. Taylor again, stiff arming our guys left and right. 2nd and 6. They go with another run here. The squad was ready. Gamblin brings down Taylor at the line. Our guys are here. The pressure is real. The quarterback has no idea where to throw it. Chapman catches it after the fadeaway turnaround spin of Rooney.
Turn up the difficulty. Good game, brother.
Ooh, the quarterback goes for something here. Big hit, though, off the edge. 3rd and 13. Trying to get a little bit of pressure on the quarterback. Dino Gamblin nearly there, but oh my God, Molinari is him. He's him. Continue to get pressure here. Molinari don't care, and I don't know what Chancellor Allen's doing. He's like, I don't know what sport I'm playing. Gamblin's been blitzing pretty much every play, but it don't matter when this guy is dotting us up, and Colton Wojciak is going to get the touchdown to cut it to an 11-point game. 3rd and 10, minute 18 left on the clock. Tyrell Brown, nowhere to go. We're going to be relying on our kicker. Honestly, could be worse. All right, here we go. 4th down. 12 yards to go. We got a nice little lead here. Wind blowing about 6 miles an hour to the left, but we don't care because Evan Shepard is out here drilling field goals. Let's go. Keeping it going here. Little run back on offense. Oh my God, what a pancake block.
What are we having for breakfast, Daddy?
Pancakes. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Right back at it. Ooh, great defensive effort there. 2nd and 10. That felt like pass interference to me. 3rd down and 10 here. The squad needs a little conversion here. We're faltering. Okay, I'm not a fan of this. Oh my God, Taylor Reed. The wheels and the strength. Right back at it on a 1st down. Underneath row, Joe McBride. You know he's always going to be reliable. Brown tries to run one here. Gets about 2 yards or so on that one. Butler slides in motion on 2nd down. Reed with the underthrow of the year. Could have been a touchdown, but Richard Rugamba, what a name, gets the deflection. 3rd down, 8 yards to go. The underneath row, Jay Bohm getting busy. We haven't seen much of him today, except for the first half, maybe, but now he's getting back with a 15-yarder. 1st and goal, right where we want to be. A little dump-off pass here to Tyrell Brown, and Brown is in the end zone where exactly he belongs. What can Brown do for you? 7 points, apparently. Taylor Reed, you know what it's time to call my shot here. He's going to keep it. How far can he go? 5 yards. 2nd and 5, Reed again. Here with the play action. We had a guy. We just had no chance to get into him. Nice pass here to Shannon Hicks. Shannon Hicks is going to pick up a huge gain at 21. Back at it again. Just flexing the offense. Look, the offense hasn't been good the last couple of games. This game is going to be better. And down there somewhere is Mr. J. Bohm strutting into the end zone. Despite mostly torturing Mississippi State today. Whoa! We just saw a man levitate. Imagine it's 4th and 1. You're in scoring territory. And your head coach down 31 points with 1 minute left in the 3rd quarter. Says, you know what would be a great idea here? To cut the lead to 28. Sounds like he's getting fired to me. A studio update here since South Carolina is on the verge of upsetting Auburn. Uh-oh. Squad back at it. 3rd quarter again, winding down. Carnell Killins moving in motion here. A little dump off pass to him. Let's see what he can do in the open field. A whole lot. We'll take the 9 yards. Well, 2nd and 1 action here. A big play here to Michael Isaacs, who's out here killing. 45 had his ankles and neck broken. Back at it again. Tyrell Brown looking for some blocking. Get some blocking. Tyrell Brown trying to get into the end zone. Another great run. We are seeing more and more of these every week from him right now. Heisman. Back at it again. The backups are going to be in the game right now. You love to see it. Thornhill fighting for his life. Throwing one directly to Nathan Thurman, who doesn't play for our team. Little movement. We thought Thornhill was going to be fast enough to outrun, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Third down, 10 yards to go. Coach McMervin, you know he loves those deep plays. Pause if needed. Scaife Jr. is going to get a huge gain now. 400-plus passing yards this afternoon. Or Derek Johnson getting a little bit of burn. And we didn't really run the football a ton this week or last week, but we're trying to save our running backs for the end of the season. Derek Johnson, he said, look, I'm feeling good. He almost went down too early, but we will take the 34-yarder. Thornhill in the backfield is going to hand it off to Carnell Killens, who tries to turn up to get some yards as the edge was not going to be available. Thornhill again getting some burn. Feels good to see him back healthy this week after getting a little bit of an injury last week. Nice dot here is going to find Isaacs, who's been stepping up major these last 2 weeks. With as tightly as Jay Bohm and Killens have been guarded, Isaacs has found a lot of big plays. Thornhill again making his checkdowns. There was a dot here to Scaife Jr. Scaife Jr., another one of those guys. Desmond has been stepping up big. I think ultimately, if you're looking at what Coach McMervin has done, he's produced unbelievable talent time and time again, but the receivers that he's really been able to bring have been incredible for Cascade Valley. We've missed out on some of the big ones we've obviously wanted, but you're seeing guys step up year after year when you think that we can't get any better. We lose Mikael Smith, what are we going to do? We see guys like Carnell Killens come into the game, and they're legends in the making. Coach McMervin just saw that play call, says, you know what, if you're going to just throw the game away like that, we're bringing our starters back in. And Tyrell Brown is out here looking to make a crazy run, and that nearly went to the house. Tyrell Brown over 100 yards rushing on the afternoon. It's been a great game for him. He's been involved in the receiving game as well. You talk about a guy locking up the Heisman. I mean, that's exactly what this dude is doing right here. Trying to do something as that reception goes honestly not where he wanted it. And Taylor Reed again back in the game, 400 passing yards, 5 total touchdowns. This has been the polar opposite of what we saw last week and should make his teammates have a lot more confidence in it than they did in the previous one. As Carnell Killens racks up another big reception for 34. A little over a minute left. This could definitely still be another touchdown for Cascade Valley lining up. Dump off pass here to Brown. Brown with a spin move. Call him Houdini because he's making them miss. You love to see it. That play also gives Tyrell Brown 200 total yards today between rushing and receiving. The dude has been unbelievable, as he has been throughout his entire career. As where Derek Johnson gets a chance to go up the middle to getting it inside the 10. Read back in the center, puts Bohm in motion. Jay Bohm again, not a huge volume of carries today or receptions today. He's going to get 5 more here. Second and goal and Shoddy. A quick pass to Carnell Killens, and you know what? This man's been mossing people left and right. He does it yet again. So the end of the game is going to be a whole lot to not a lot. Reed, 458, 6 touchdowns. He was electric today. We really needed this to be a confidence booster for him because after how he played last week, we could not have him have 2 bad weeks in a row. Yes, he's not going to win the Heisman, but he needs to make sure that he's playing a lot better than he has. Recapping the stats, Mac Thornhill, 3 of 4 in the little bit of time that he came into the game, but Taylor Reed, again, you saw what he did. He was perfect today. On the ground, Tyrell Brown, 11 for 108, 1 touchdown, 1 rush that was over 20 yards, but it was 32 that went to the house. We did not need him to do a whole lot today because this game was never going to be close. Shout out also to our guy, Carnell Killens, getting the end zone from a rush, and Roderick Johnson getting a rushing touchdown too. On the receiving side, Carnell Killens keeps killing it. 6 for 110, 2 touchdowns, 3 total for him today when you count the rushing touchdown. Brown had 2 more touchdowns through the air today. Bohm had 2 touchdowns in the air today. And then we also just see a whole lot of guys getting the ball. This ball was spread around, people were involved, and this is probably the happiest everybody's been on offense in a minute. And then defensively, Keyshawn Anderson, Heinrich, Kraft, these guys all tied with 5 total tackles today, but we were getting in the backfield nonstop. I mean, we had a ridiculous amount of tackles for loss. From a sack perspective, we didn't have as many as last week. I think we had 12 last week. We get 2 from Odiari, 1 from Anderson, Heinrich, and Wilson. And then interceptions, we only had 1. It was by Donnell Gambler, but again, the redshirt junior, who's probably going to the NFL after this season, proved that you need him to do something, he's going to do it. This defense has been electric. The offense has been looking fantastic. We do not have a ranked opponent the rest of the season, so we can just take our time, win our games, and play smart. Upsets can still happen. We've seen them happen before, but for right now, I'm liking where we are. Be safe, be smart, tell somebody you love them. Catch you guys on the next one.